of TPC Breakfast, and we are delighted to see you being there. I'm Kemi Foladiemo with Ibrahim Shita. Good morning.
Good morning to you,
and
Kemi.
How are you? I can see
well,
you two are braving the cold. Is it the cold or the odds now?
I think it's just fever because it's very hot outside.
It is,
so
but I don't know. I think the mornings are still like the coolest part of the day. Yeah.
We had less sun yesterday, and then
Did we?
As hot. It wasn't as hot as
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so from my end. I saw it was hot as usual.
Probably because I had to on the jet overnight. So maybe that's the reason I didn't.
That's bad.
I mean, much heat rather.
Oh dear.
It's okay. It's okay. We just want a better country, where we have stable power supply and everyone will be better for it.
Absolutely. We'll survive. We'll survive somehow. All right, so the show is packed full as usual. We're beginning, though, because if you followed yesterday, a number of papers were talking about a kind of rift between the incumbent governor of Kaduna State and his predecessor, that's El-Rufai, and that's what we want to take a bite on as we begin the show this Tuesday. The current governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sani, and the former governor, Nasir El-Rufai, are under lockheads. This over the accumulated debt from the latter's administration. Governor Sani had, during a town hall meeting in Kaduna, told stakeholders in the states that he inherited a huge debt comprising of $587 million, another 85 billion naira, and then a total of 115 contractual liabilities from his predecessor, that's Mr. El-Rufai's administration. And he noted that his own administration is finding it difficult to pay workers' salaries. But reacting to the development, the former member of the National Working Committee of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Salihu Lukman, says the governor should not reduce the situation to the politics of blame game, appealing to him to take every needed step to salvage the situation. And the son to the governor, Bashir El-Rufai, to the former governor, I should say, Bashir, also reacted by saying Governor Sani should take responsibility and act immediately. And that's the angle that, many observers have also brought in to this seeming rift. It's quite normal for governors, at the start of their administration to come in and take inventory of what they have, what they do not have in terms of debts, liabilities, income, and how will I say it now? The fact that both men come from the same party, there is naturally, or it is expected that, perhaps you won't come on all out to make it seem as if you are soiling the image of your predecessor. And in this case now, both men have always been on good terms. But of course, this is a matter of financial standing of a state. And according to the governor, it was an innocent statement. He was just speaking to what he met on ground. But apparently, the son of the former governor and the former governor himself, there is the semblance that all isn't well with the kind of that statement. And now there is the concern that this may engulf the party in the state and even beyond.
Yes, just like you said, it's basically a family affair. But then, much more than family affair is the fact that the people of the states are in the center of all of these. Whether they have enough money in the coffers, whether the past governor left enough money, what Nigerian people, the Kaduna people want to see at the end of the day is good governance. But this is very sad. When you have the incumbent governor accusing the past governor, or you have the incumbent president accusing the past governor, which I know that Ashwani Bola Tinubu has tried not to criticize the Buhari administration, saying that he has to focus on the current situation so as to resolve the issues that Nigerians are facing. So it's very sad. Assuming they are from different parties, then we'll probably think, okay, maybe it's more like a political jibe. But it's all about the fact that you said the incumbent governor made and honest, comment, which, well, if you say El-Rufai left a huge debt burden of $587 million, 85 billion naira, and 115 contractual liabilities for the state, this is, way too much. But government is a continuum. Whatever it is, if there is need for the incumbent governor to probe the past administration of Nasir El-Rufai, I think that would be nice, rather than going to the media, saying that it's an honest statement and all of that. But it's so sad too that we had the son of the former governor El-Rufai
also coming in,
drawn into
this
fray.
Controversy.
It doesn't make sense to me at all. It's not about brickbats. It's not about throwing jibes. It's all about governance. So if you're saying, you should be able to explain. Even if you're fighting your father's cause, you should be able to explain to Nigerian people. Be accountable. That's the reason why you both. I mean, that's the reason why you all are elected into various political positions that you're currently holding. So it's their owners to come clean, to tell Nigerians this is how we govern, this is what we did. So the APC women leader for in Kaduna State was also suspended as a result of a comment that the incumbent governor is not loyal to the past governor, due to the fact that the past governor and also El-Rufai had to travel 500 times to lobby for the incumbent governor's position in the Senate. So it's showing that he's not being faithful, he's not being loyal, and all of that. But she has been suspended due to that comment. In all of this, what we want to see, because the governor has a lot of issues with him. Kaduna State is in the eye of the storm against the security issues. We just retrieved 137 children that were kidnapped, and they lost their teacher. And there had been several attacks, banditry, terrorism, etc. Despite the fact that we have, Kaduna is very large, so there is so much on the governor's hand to really focus on, rather than, taking us back to whatever had happened. Okay, if there were misgovernance, focus on the current situation and let's see what you're going to do. Let's see the solutions you're bringing on board. That is what the Kaduna people want to see, and Nigerian people, as a whole.
Right, and it also gives you a semblance of, just the limits, the extent of loyalty, because we talk about loyalty, especially in these climes, in this part of the world. So many people expect so much, under the umbrella of loyalty, and but then it also behoves on, I think it's also a lesson for office holders, public office holders, even if you get to hand over to a member of your party, or if it goes the other way, if it had even gone the other way, perhaps it could have been worse. And then what will someone like Nasir El-Rufai now be saying? Is it because the governor now, the new governor, is from your party? What if it had gone either way? And we saw how tight the governorship race in Kaduna State was. It was, really a close one before the courts now, finished the entire, cycle of elections, with their deliberations and with their adjudication on who indeed is the rightful governor of the state. And now all that is in the past. It is on Uba Sani now, and of course he must be feeling the burden of leadership. Presently, you spoke about the security implications, what he's bearing at the moment, and now finances, which is also a crucial one to move any state forward, is here. The realities on ground are also so So it behoves on exiting governors to also make sure this issue of transparency, accountability is also very crucial. We don't know just how much of detail was given in the handover notes now from the predecessor to the current governor. We don't know how much of detail did he know all of that. If he did, it doesn't appear that there was a proper handshake. It doesn't appear that, because he wouldn't have been surprised by raising the alarm that this and this and this are what he met on ground, and the accumulated debt. But all that, we'll see what the party has to do about it now that it is somewhat showing some form of semblance now in the party.
From Ashwaji Bola Tinubu, when you have your predecessors, he had successors in Lagos State, they still respect him up till now. You see what happened in Edo State, you see what is happening in Kaduna, you see what is happening in Kogi, you see what is happening in River State, etc., etc. I think they should just go and learn from his political school.
All right.
On how to manage success.
Well, that